see enlightenment as a light that goes on in the mind and that can never be turned off, but that be likened to using a dimmer switch. It can have a varying degree of levels of dimness to brightness, which is simply different levels of awareness states you may have at moments of your life. It is the moment of awakening into realization that you are not just your body or your mind, but are an animated microcosm of the macrocosm above you. Enlightenment happens on the road to seeking for answers of belonging and questioning one's own existence. It can start to be a seed planted as you decide to not commit suicide. It happens on the path to trying to find true love and connection with others around you by being authentically you. It is not a destination, but rather an experience that happens while looking for the true self. Basically, what I am saying is that it can happen through any event, through any means of way, in a person's life. And that is unique and special to you for your own awakening. The higher self that is the observer of your life from a higher dimension of reality, one that does not get sucked into the drama of Earth and to the relationships around you, one that may not feel hopeless and scared or alone and afraid or unloved, but the higher self that feels connected to everything and loved by all, even when others don't say it. Enlightenment is only the first stage of a grander expansion of awareness of the higher self. Once you turn a light on in a dark room, then you can look at all the objects within it and even discover a secret passageway or doorway to another room on the other side. The adventure of enlightenment does not stop at reaching enlightenment itself. People who become enlightened in this lifetime are not done, but are introduced to a greater mystery of the universe that unfolds and shows a vastness of human consciousness within. Enlightenment is something that happens when you pause from being distracted by earthly matters and stop to smell the roses around you. When you sit quietly in the stillness of an animal's presence or in the surroundings of nature, you sense a greater awareness that lives within all things. This moment of feeling one with it is enlightenment to me, a moment of awakening to see all books, art, film, and human events as having purposes of teachings and whispering the higher truths to you. The higher truths are about you before coming into the material world, and all you will experience while in it, a harmonious agreement with all souls and a manifestation of the reality before you, like Eru Iluvatar was a music maker that created Middle-earth in Lord of the Rings. This is a state of high enlightenment that comes and goes in waves, and this inconsistent state of awareness allows the drama and the comedy to unfold as a new experience never experienced before, in another day. Though in countless worlds and universes, you may have had the same or similar dance with other souls. Though in this universe, the chance to alter the outcome is the new purpose. Awakening to me is to suffer greatly in life, and then realize that there is something beyond suffering, a purpose to build a stronger you through the experience. Tolkien had his great moments of enlightenment when he would write some of his favorite quotes into his stories, such as, "The world is indeed full of peril, and in it there are many dark places, but still there is much that is fair. And though in all lands love is now mingled with grief, it still grows, perhaps the greater." Or, "The shadow was only a small and passing thing. There was light and high beauty forever beyond its reach." His stories we call the Legendarium were filled with enlightened moments of truth that affects us all in some way about spirit, strength, goodness, victory, and true beauty. Enlightenment is moments when a human can look at themselves and the world and feel a greater connection to the cosmos above them, a clear knowing that comes into them that lets them know that they are not really alone unless they create a life of solitude. but yet they are sovereign, and no one can take over their lives, and their life is a creation unto its own. A power to design and create comes into the enlightened hands, to use the gifts and abilities born with to create a better world and add to the collective whole. Enlightenment is the moment of forgiveness to all those who have wronged you, understanding what it all meant and where they are in their journey. Enlightenment is the awakening of the greatest power of alchemy and transformation in the universe, which is love, and learning how to use it well. Enlightenment is about finding both your divinity as well as your humility and humanity, and even embracing other identities to yourself to expand on the experience if you so wish. When two or more enlightened people meet in this world, they can create amazing things together. They can build things that have not yet been built before and help write history in this world. With one enlightened mind, they can change the course of the future for humanity by putting out an idea that inspires all. This begs the question to be asked: are all those enlightened kind to others? Or can evil be enlightened itself? I suppose there can be individuals who can have the knowledge of divinity and work hard to push away the knowledge of interconnection to all beings. They could have what is called a God complex, which is what some people have had, where you think you are God and play God with other people's lives, as if they are just extras in your own movie and play. I suppose that could be a reality of some, but I would not say that is the highest level of wisdom there. They would not be truly enlightened, but rather simply at a beginning stage of playing with energy and creation, like a sorcerer, hoping to make their own parts grow bigger, forgetting about the rest of the collective. You can play God with other people's lives for your own benefit, but to truly be one with everything is to feel the pain of those who you hurt, to suffer with them, and to wisely want to create the best experience born from peace and tranquility with all other souls. As the Pleiadians say, the human always finds that enlightenment and recognition are knowledge and also wisdom and love. And where love rules, there rules wisdom too. With wisdom and love, the human is master over all creation. Meaning it would be too painful on the conscience for a truly wise, enlightened person to cause intentional harm towards others. Anything action done out of alignment of love would produce the result of an unpredictable reaction by others and more chaos in your own future. Love and wisdom belong together because creation and its laws are love and wisdom at the same time. Awakening to this and living a life, trying to remember it as much as you can, that to me is being enlightened. Where a light goes off in the darkness of your mind, and all parts of the mind is illuminated to show you who you really are, and who those around you really are inside as well.